End of the season, guys. End of the season, and we've pretty much completed the save, I'd say. I think this series is over. I was planning on doing another 2 or 3 seasons, but with the release of FM26 coming soon, and I'm thinking I'm just going to leave this to this. But we've done 1 season with Arsenal in this save. Welcome back, guys. You're probably wondering, for you guys that have been watching, where the flip have I been? I was on holiday in Pakistan. So I just enjoyed a bit of a dopamine detox. Well, actually, it was a lot of dopamine. Never mind dopamine detox. What am I saying? But yeah, I'll just come back from Pakistan, and I thought I'd finish the season. I finished the last 2 games, and as you can see here, the league table, we finished 3rd. I'm happy with that because this Arsenal team, I don't know, was I ever going to win the league? There was a time where I thought maybe we could. Towards the end, I thought maybe we could sneak in there, but it was unrealistic to think like that. But yeah, guys, welcome back. This will be the last video in this series. Thank you for joining, and let's go over the season and what we did well, what we did do well, what the expectations were, who was our best players, etc, etc. So let's just go right into it. So guys, did we overachieve, underachieve? I think, judging by the league table right there, if you look at the league table, we achieved our objective. I was thinking Champions League, the board was thinking Champions League. Yeah, we did it. Other than that, it's been a bit of a bad season, but we're going to get into that in a bit. Yeah, but let's get right into it now, actually. So this is the official table, guys. This is the official final table. As a Manchester United fan in real life, even in Football Manager, we're kind of used to seeing Manchester City win the league in real life, but Liverpool, seeing them win, especially in a 2007-2008 database, they've won the league. Manchester United finished 2nd, my team, 2 points. And other than that, the rest of the league, Chelsea are an absolute surprise, guys. Look at this. They finished, what, 4th, 68 points, 12 points behind us. And I've mentioned in this series a few times, this Chelsea team was like, guys, I've already said to you, look at that, it's just full of world-class players. Just off the top of my head, check world-class. Lam, and they got world-class. Carvalho, Terry, Cole, all world-class. Ballack, yeah, put SC in there, yes. Maludo is very good. Drogba, world-class. They've got Morientes. That's just the starting 11. I think the final starting 11. And just go on the bench. Look at that. Alex, he was good. Lampard, Joe Cole. It was just on paper. Andrei Shevchenko's there as well. He was a lot in real life, but here, I don't know. Let's see. How did he do? 15 goals. Probably underwhelming for him at that stage of his career. But yeah, if I was to go just off goals, who was Chelsea's top scorer? 18. What? Ben Sahar. I remember this kid. Oh, he's on loan. Oh, makes sense. Yeah, he was on loan at Cuba. I was thinking, what? Oh, you know what? Shevchenko was their top scorer with 15 goals. But enough of that. We're here to talk about Arsenal. But yeah, let's get into it now. Let's get into Arsenal. Let's see how we did. But yeah, we've 25 wins, 5 draws, and 8 losses. The losses, 8 losses. I'm kind of happy with that with this Arsenal team. And if you look at the losses there, City, Liverpool, Chelsea. City, they weren't the City they are now, so that was last game of that was second last game of the season. But yeah, Liverpool, Chelsea, Derby was shocking. But yeah, those are the games we lost. Manchester United, Fulham, Liverpool, Everton. Yeah, 73 goals scored. Let's see, we scored 9 against Aston Villa. We absolutely pummeled them. Conceded 13-38, which is pretty decent in my opinion. Goal difference 43 and 80 points. We finished 14 points behind the league leaders, the champion should I say, and 13 points ahead of 5th place Man City, who did pretty well with the squad they have. But yeah, and if you compare that to the media on the board, well, I've not the media at the moment. I've got the board. The board expected us to qualify for the Champions League. That's what we did. We finished 3rd, and they're happy with that. But with the Champions League, we were expected to reach the quarter-final, and we almost got there. Last minute goal in the 2nd leg against Barcelona. I'm going to get into that later, but we got knocked out in the round of 16 by Barcelona, so quite early there. The FA Cup, there no board expectation. I'm sure there was an expectation. There's no expectation written here. I'm assuming the board expected us to go far in both of these competitions. In both we got knocked out in the 3rd round, Blackburn and Manchester United. So underwhelming in the cup competitions. In the Premier League, I think we did fairly well. I would have wanted to finish a bit closer to the top 2, but I guess it's fair enough. That's fair with what we did, I feel. But I feel like in the league, there were, you know, when you have key results that lead you into the Champions League or lead you into the next stage of a competition, I feel as if there wasn't much of that. I think just most of the time we were fairly in there. We were fairly, if I go back to the league table, if you look at the league positions, yeah, just here. Can I get that higher? Can I make that bigger? Season preview. Let me just look at the season preview. Sorry. Yeah. So this is what the board thought. Sorry, the media. This is what they thought was going to happen. We were expected to finish third ahead of Liverpool. So Liverpool extremely overachieved. Chelsea underachieved. Manchester United just slightly, but yeah, Manchester City did well. We have to look at them, but yeah, this is how we did. But I'm just looking for that. Is it the past positions? Arsenal. Here we go. Yeah. This is what I was looking for, guys. This is how we started off. Okay. First at the beginning, obviously, because literally that's just by calendar, by name, Arsenal. But if you look at that, if you look at here, we were third after, what is that, match day 4. And from there, we kind of just stayed in that position. Third, if you look at that, right up to third, look at, yeah, third, and then we went to top of the league. So just a few times we went to the top of the league, second, and we just stuck to third after match day 21. We stuck to third. So there was nothing really, there was no key results that, you know, got us into third or into the Champions League. We just stayed there comfortably. We just held our ground in third, and we couldn't really get into second. We weren't good enough, but it is what it is. But if I was to look at something heartbreaking, let's take a look at this, guys. Probably the most heartbreaking result for me. Heartbreaking, I think I'm going over, but Barcelona at home. Let's take a look at this game here. This was that first leg where Messi got sent off quite early. Messi, look at that, 22nd minute, Messi got sent off, and Theo Walcott with this goal in the 57th minute. Let's just take a look at this goal again. Protein shake, just finished my workout. Percy crossed in, Valdez out, Fabregas heads it down, and Walcott first time. And I remember my reaction was just absolutely crazy after we scored that goal, and we held on to a 1-0 win. And if I was to go into the second leg, 4-1. Guys, this is probably, I'm not even over exaggerating here, this is probably one of the most annoying results I've ever had in my FM history of playing this game, guys. Look at this. Henry and then Rosina equalized this. At this point here, it was 2-1 to us. Yeah. And then Eto'o scored in the 93rd minute. It was 2-2 on aggregate. I thought away goals would get us through. Whoever made this database did not put in away goals into the Champions League. It went to extra time and Barcelona absolutely destroyed us. Let's just take a look at the goals. By the way, guys, I will be doing a top 10 video of goals in this season. My favourite top 10 goals. I don't know whether it'll be short or not. It will be a full video, but we will see. Thierry Henry there, he made it 1-0 on the night and 1-1 on aggregate. And Rosina here channeled his own inner Lionel Messi with that dribble. Left footed as well. And then this right here, this was late on. This was in the 93rd minute. Iniesta off and Eto'o just fell to him kindly. 2-2 on aggregate here, and I thought we were going to win on away goals, but no, it went to extra time. And after that, Barcelona were like, thank you very much. We're having this on a platter. Dos Santos put them in the lead. Ronaldinho from the spot. Straight down the middle. Yeah, 4-2 on aggregate. But yeah, that was probably, if I was to look at another result that was annoying. Annoying results. If I was just to go off annoying results. No. Basel 2-1. 4-0 to Seville, I'd say yes. This little bit, these games right here, this bit of the season right there, if there was a title race, if there was a title challenge, I think this was here where it just ended. Look at that. Draw, that was Champions League, but let's look at the Premier League. Draw, loss, win, draw, win. Loss, win, loss. That was like 1, 2, 3, 4 losses in the space of how many Premier League games is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 losses in 7. I think that just kind of took us out. We just went on a very boring run here, 3-0 nils. I mean, the goalkeepers and defenders will be happy with them clean sheets, but I was happy with winning. And then here we just, I think this is where we cemented third place. Just look at them wins. It was like 3 losses, February, March, April. 3 losses in 3 months in all competitions. But that Barcelona loss was very, very annoying. Extremely annoying. But yeah, that's the only real result that absolutely annoys the life out of me when I look at it. Other than that, no, I'm fine. If I was to look at shocking results, 2-0 against Manchester United here, that was shocking. I'd expect to beat him even at home. That Manchester United, he won the Champions League in real life. And just going off the Champions League, who actually won that competition this season? Let me take a look. Champions League, oh wow, Lyon and Barcelona in the final. We'll get to that, guys. We'll get to that later. We'll see who wins that competition. So let's get to player stats, guys. Just literally just with my squad, really. This is the screen. Yeah, this is the main screen, guys. Adebayo, top scorer, 20 goals. I'm happy with that. That's what I probably expected from him. I expected more from Van Persie. Van Persie, 7 goals all season. 14 assists, so I think to some extent he does make up for it when it comes to his assists. But 7 goals in, what is that, 44 appearances? I would have expected more. Adebayo, 20 and 38. Look, if you're not Ronaldo or Messi, that's fairly decent, so I'm happy with that. Clichy was my best player on average rating wise. Yeah, if I was to look at the squad page, top scorers, if I was to look at top scorers, here's the top scorers page right there. Vela, right, let's ignore the guys out on loan. Vela's out on loan. Eduardo at 9, so it's really nobody really scored. Baptista, very, very good. 7 goals in 21 appearances for us. He was a good signing. Him and Rosina turned out to be very, very good signings. We'll get to that in a bit. But when it comes to assists, Van Persie was top assists. Okay, he wasn't. I expected him to be a goal scorer, but he didn't. He topped the assist chart for us internally. And after that, the assists kind of just trickled down, really. So interesting to see. And I'm happy with that, to be honest. I'm happy with his assists, but I would have asked Van Persie to get more goals. He went through a huge goal drought, but it is worth noting this Van Persie was not the finished product. He wasn't the finished product like he was in between 2011 and 2013, where he had one very good season with Arsenal. Then he moved to Manchester United, one of my all-time favourite Manchester United signings. I need to put my phone on silent. Why do I forget that? Give me a second, guys. So yeah, Van Persie, and then he moved to Manchester United, and then he won us the title, our last Premier League title in real life. But yeah, it is what it is. So let's get to the new signings, guys. How do I find it now? So guys, we are on the signings page. This was this season overall. It's worth noting Fabianski, Wojciech Szczesny, Fran Reed and Gael Sunu. These guys were signed before I took over. So these are basically Wenger signings. Pretty much all these sales were from Arsene Wenger. I didn't really sell anybody. I must have loaned out Song and Bentner. I've not really sold anybody in this save. All these Reyes, Henry, Sigon, and just everybody above, whether it's a loan or a sale, these were done before I took over. So I'm not really, I think starting from Justin Hoyt downwards, these loans, they were all me. Yep. I only signed in January Rosina and Baptista, and let me tell you, these guys started off slow, but they were very good signings. Let's take a look at Alessandro Rosina. It doesn't feel like he only got 2 goals. He's only got 2 goals, but he's done well. 7.11 rating overall. But he was a good signing. I loved his dribbling. What is his dribbling? 14. Should be higher. Should be higher. You saw the goal against Barcelona, that dribble. But yeah, well, he is highly determined. Determination is a good factor, but yeah, 20 determination shows that, you know, he takes full advantage of whatever attributes he has. And Julia Baptista as well started off very slow. He was surplus to requirement at Real Madrid. 7 goals. Some of them are very vital goals. When it comes to youngsters, guys, who did Armand Traore I promoted because I needed a left back after Clichy, and he's not really done that well. He's actually going down. He's done fairly well in the games he did play. It's worth noting he's only came off the bench 12 times, 7 starts. and over average rating of 7.1, which is pretty impressive. It is pretty impressive, not gonna lie. So he's done. But for me, Nasser Barazite, he got promoted because I needed a 10 initially, and he did fairly well. 4 goals in 20 appearances. I think I remember which game did he come on again. So yeah, guys, this is his milestones. He made his senior debut against Tottenham on the 12th of November and then scored on the 25th. So let's go to them 2 games right there. Schedule. Hold on a minute, what was it again? I forget very quick. 12th of November. Okay. 12th November. Where are we? Tottenham. This is the game he played in against Tottenham. We won 2-0 away. He came off the bench, didn't he? Where is he? Does he not show? Oh, why does he? Oh, where is that, bro? He played, but he's not showing it. Yeah. Oh, there you go, Barazite. Yeah, 6.6. Average. His start was average. He came on. And then in the 4-0 win against Sunderland, he scored some very vital goals, not going to lie to you. This is the goal. This was his... Yeah, he scored a hat-trick in this game, guys, against Sunderland. It's Sunderland, but still, a hat-trick for a youngster is a hat-trick. Let's take a look at this. So this is where sometimes it's like what Marcus Rashford did for Manchester United. I remember Rooney got injured, I think Martial got injured. Rashford came on in the Champions League against Mitchell and scored 2 then. Then the next game in the league, he scored 2 against Arsenal. I remember this. And sometimes this is what youngsters need, especially attacking, so whether you're striker or attacking midfielder, just goals will get you in. This was a good finish, even though he got lucky. But Barazite, you saw his 2 goals, and this was his hat-trick here. Boy, the absolute nutcase. He was the Antonio Rudiger of back then. Just the nutcase wind-up merchant, even though Rudiger's on another level. But yeah, so that was Barazite. And how many goals did he score again? Overall? Where are you, bro? He only scored 4 goals, and it feels weird. But after that, because of that game, he did fair, you know, I used him quite a bit. But I think when Rosina came, Baptista came, he dropped because I managed to find the replacement for Rosicki's injury for the number 10 position. But yeah, Barazite, he wasn't going to ever be a big game player, not at this stage of his career. So speaking of big games, let's go right into that. Let's see the results against the big teams. Manchester United, the first big game, it was a 2-0 win. Flamini and Gilberto Silva with the goals. So the goals came from midfield, from Flamini and Gilberto Silva right there. We'll just take a look at them goals right now. This was very early in the season. I think it was the 3rd game of the season. Gilberto Silva actually got the assist for Flamini, and the United players, I don't know how that was a goal. Van der Sar was extremely lazy, and this was the penalty. Can't really say anything to Van der Sar there, but yeah, that was a 2-0 victory there. Following on, we lost to Manchester United in the third round of the League Cup. That was an away game. No surprise there. Probably won't show you the highlights, guys. I can't, obviously, time-wise, I can't. Rooney and Ronaldo with the goals. No surprise. Let's just go into Manchester United. As a United fan, I think I just have to do this. If I was to look at Manchester United right now, who was their top scorer? Cristiano with 20 goals. In real life, he scored 42 goals that season in all competitions. He scored 20 with Rooney on 19. So it was a bit average in that sense. But yeah, let's get back to that. Big results. Again, the results against the big team, should I say. Seville, they weren't exactly a big team. 2-0 away to Tottenham, and I think I showed you that. Yeah, it was Barazite's debut, but let's take a look at the goals. Rosicki was very good in the number 10 position, then he got injured for a while. So I feel as if we missed out on Rosicki, but then again, to some extent, it was a blessing in disguise. Baptista and Rosina signing, well, because of his injury. Well, that was the tap-in. And Walcott. Oh, this was a good finish. I don't know what happened there. Robertson should have saved that. Sometimes Football Manager, the mechanics and the graphics, the animations just don't make sense. If you look at Robinson there, he dived. He could save that, and it feels as if it probably went through him or over him. But that was the Tottenham game. Right, where are we looking now? So we beat them 2-0. Chelsea, it was a 0-0 draw. That was a bore. Liverpool, we lost 2-0. I'm not going to bother looking at that. City weren't the team they were, as I've said like 100 million times. We lost 1-0 away to Manchester United in the league. That was late, 87th minute from Owen Hargreaves, which was a shame. I would have been happy to get a 0-0 at Old Trafford. Barcelona, we've seen this earlier. That was a good result. Then we got smashed 4-1. Tottenham, home. Adebayo, 62nd minute. This goal I absolutely loved. Just, I think it was Eduardo's ball. Baptista puts it down. Diarra, just the technique on this ball right there. Look at that. And then the first time finish off Robinson, 1-0. And there was talks about that being offside, but VAR sorted us out there. So that's that. Where was that game now? Tottenham, 1-0. Chelsea, we lost 3-1 to Chelsea here. There would have been more big games against big teams if we had gone through against Barcelona, but we didn't. But yeah, Lahm, Drogba, Adebayo got us back into it, and Wright Phillips just sealed it at the end. And Liverpool, 1-0 at home. Van Persie missed a penalty, and I think it was, Torres punished us with that goal there. But yeah, the last two games, we lost 2-0 to Man City away, and then we beat Bolton 3-2. I quite like this result, not gonna lie. We took the lead, J. Lloyd Samuel for them, and El Hadj Diouf. 83rd and 85th minute goals. 2 goals in the final 10 minutes. I wish we had more of that this season, and potentially we could have had more success in the competitions. Yeah, guys, let's go forward. End of season review. This is the review that obviously the game does itself. Yeah, the new arrivals basically. Yeah, Lucas Fabianski. I did not even play him. But the board are content with the deal to sign Julie Baptista, so they were happy with him. Rosina, they were very happy with him. He was going to be good. He only had 6 GA. It's crazy how people talk about goals and assists to make a player look good nowadays. It almost feels like nobody right now, even Mbappe and Haaland in real life, cannot match what Messi and Ronaldo used to do on a regular basis back in their primes. But yeah, this is the reason the board is actually happy. We paid so less than 13 million was a decent fee for a player back then, but obviously I think that's an okay return on that, to be fair. Season's results. So let's see what this shows us. So obviously this is just the Premier League. Started off very well, 5-0 against Fulham. Does it let us look at the page for me? Yes, it does. Fabregas, Walcott, Van Persie, Adebayo, penalty. We started off the season so well. There was no wonder we were first after the first game of the season on goal difference. But if you look at these results right here, we were in title race right there, and then just gradually 2 draws, wins, and yeah, it's just these losses here just slowly got us trickled down. Then we went a good win run. We did so well in the Premier League. I feel as if it's just Liverpool and Manchester United were just way too good, and that's what makes our position and our points total look average. And that's the only reason. They were just too good. So the board wanted to qualify for Champions League, and we did. We finished 3rd. The supporters are happy that the team qualified Champions League for the performance. Okay, fair enough. Champions League, yeah, we were meant to get to the latter stage of Champions League. I think the quarter final they wanted. We finished round of 16, 1 behind. It was an average Champions League season. 3 losses, 1 draw, 4 wins. We only won about 50% of the games. And the board are disappointed in that. I'm surprised. They understand the team had a difficult draw, yes. And we almost got through that draw, but it is what it is. So we went to challenge for the FA Cup. We didn't do that. We finished 3rd round out of the first hurdle. But yeah, the board not happy with that. They could be competitive, but we weren't. You know what it is? The board not fussed with that. We were against Manchester United, and that should have really been an excuse for an Arsenal team back then. But this was an Arsenal team in transition as well. It's the reason why I did this, see where I could get. But moments to remember. I said this is fair. Matches to remember. Biggest win, 5-0 against Fulham. Match to remember, 4-1 against West Ham. That is a London derby. And 4-2 against Portsmouth. Goal of the season. Diarra of all people, guys, got goal of the season. Can you please let me watch this game? Let me see the Diarra goal. I am planning on doing a top 10 goals of the season video. So it'll be interesting just to take a look at this goal. By the way, that video is going to be just on goal quality, not on how vital a goal was. It looks quite average to me. Not average for a player that came for a DM. That is a very good goal. Unless the game is just thinking he's a DM, that's why. Leon Osman went to Portsmouth. I'm sure in real life he played for Everton that season. I don't think he ever played for Portsmouth. So finances. Whether you guys care about this or not, no sponsorship deal, no sponsorship deal this year. But it might have not been the best of seasons, but the prudence definitely helped the finances. Wenger loved making a profit. And shirt sales. So who got the most sales? Fabregas, Rosicki, Eduardo Van Persie, and Torre. Those were the main ones. I'm surprised Adebayo did not get more sales. He was our top scorer. But how I lined up, we rotated the team quite a lot this season. Yes, we did. Yep. I love rotating my players, by the way. I love giving players a chance. But this was the average team I played over the season. Lehmann, Sania, Gallas, Torre, Clichy. That was the main five back then. I think Almunia did replace Lehmann that season. Gilberto Silva, Fabregas, Baptista, Rosina. Yeah, both of them are new signings. You can see how much I trusted them. Adebayo. Van Persie did have the poor performance where he wasn't scoring, so I did used to drop him when I signed Rosina. Yakule is one game. Yohara paid off on the pitch and such a feed day on road as the end of the season. Okay, what did I get? Okay, I was manager of the month for November or March. Okay, I thought they just showed me that. I was thinking I got manager of the year or something. Player of the season, Clichy. Young player of the season, Clichy. Signing of the season, Rosina. There wasn't much competition there, there was only two. Goal of the season, Lasana Diarra. This was at the club. We'll see how the competition's in a bit. So, yep. Most man of the matches were Adebayo with 7. He was quite young there, 24. Most passes completed. Okay, I didn't know that was meant to be an award. Competition. Okay, I didn't really win anything. Okay, that's something else. Okay, fair enough. Record breakers. Most play in a season. Is this just this is at the club, I'm assuming. This is just at the club, isn't it? 15 clean sheets. That's quite impressive, not gonna lie. Right, your hard work effort paid off. Okay. So this is the board. Once Arsenal got rolling early in the season, it looked hard to stop them. Bruh, Arsenal look a class above the first couple of months. I agree with that. No. We did get stopped. We got absolutely spanked at times. Now this is pretty cool. I like this feature. Okay, you're hired, yep. Starting to press the very second you first game of the manager, we knew that. Okay. Arsenal won right at the death of Premier toss-up Man City, 94th minute goal. Well, 1-0 victory. It was a 94th minute goal for Nasser Barazat as well. That's his 4th goal. You've seen his hat-trick. You've seen the 3 goals he scored. Might as well take a look at his 4th. Why not? His name is Nasser. My name is Nasser. So 94th minute. It was a tap-in, wasn't it? Okay, it wasn't an easy tap-in. Not gonna lie, that was not an easy tap-in. He had a defender there. Could have blocked it. He didn't. Talent. Nathan Walker, Barzak of Nordvik. Oh yeah, Nordvik. I forgot about him. I promoted him as well because I needed a centre back. Vela, yeah, Vela. He was out on loan, so I'm not going to talk about it. Nordvik. 6.8 average. Got 1 goal as well, by the way, guys. I forgot who that was against, but yeah, I think it was one of the smaller teams we smashed. But yeah, you can see I played him quite a bit. He started 6 games, 13 off the bench, 19 appearances altogether, and he was okay. He was decent. So guys, let me just let me just check Champions League. Have they played yet? When was that? When's the final? 1st of June. We're on 21st of May, so still got about 10 days left. What about the cup competitions? The League Cup, obviously that ended in January. Who won that? Manchester United actually ended up winning it. So yeah, 2-1 against Wolves. Wolves are not a Premier League team. I don't know. Ronaldo, they actually took a Ronaldo penalty. Let's just take a look at the highlights of that FA Cup final. League Cup final, sorry, not FA Cup. Yeah, Tevez put through. Good finish. I loved Tevez when he was at Manchester United. It was just a shame he went to Manchester City and just kind of ruined it, or else he would have been known as a Manchester United legend all his life. Oh, what a ball that was from Keo there. What a ball that was. There was a Ronaldo penalty in the 80th minute, so they didn't make it easy for themselves, Manchester United there. And if I was to look at the FA Cup, has that done? Tottenham versus Manchester United. Okay, the final is on the... When is it? When's the final? Where's the date? Where's the date of the final? Why can't I not find the final date? When is it? Let's look at the schedule. 25th. 4 days time. So guys, I'm just going to wait. Let's get to the final of the FA Cup and the Champions League. I want to see who wins that. And we'll see what happens there. But before that, there's a few things that I have forgotten. This is the Premier League, guys. This is the... Let's just look at the top goals scored in the Premier League. Dean Ashton, top goal scorer in the Premier League with 21 goals. Earnshaw and Anelka. These are players for mid-table teams and relegation teams that are top scorers. Torres, Lando Bianchi, Adebayo finished joint 6th. Rooney, Tevez. Where is Ronaldo? 11 goals in the league. Mind you, he only scored 20 in the whole season. So Ronaldo and Adebayo have actually got the same amount of goals in this season in all competitions. But that's that. So guys, Manchester United won the League Cup and they've won the FA Cup. They've won both cup competitions. 5-3 after extra time. I think we're going to have to watch this. Let's take a look at this result. So let's look at Tottenham took the lead. Sorry guys, I've got almonds in my protein coffee. I have to get a healthy patch in. So it was 1-0. Good finish by Tevez that. Good finish, 1-1. Giggs. Mikhail Silvestre. I think Arsenal fans will remember him. 2-1 to Manchester United here. What a finish from Carrick. 3-1, so you're telling me, if I'm not wrong, it's 3-1 and Manchester United have thrown away a 2-goal lead. Berbatov. Good finish that. Berbatov of all players. Future Manchester United striker. So 3-3 and extra time. What a final. Definitely better than the League Cup final. Nani, Saha. It's a shame he got injury prone towards the end of his United career and left. He was such a good striker. And Nani, it was 4-3 and Saha actually won them the final. 2 goals in extra time for brother Louis. So Manchester United won the League Cup and they won the FA Cup. It's just the Champions League now. That's what I want to look for now. I want to see who wins, Barcelona or Lyon. I think it'll be Barcelona. They were very good at the time, I remember. Sky Sports FA Cup review. Tottenham are runners up. Overachievers Huddersfield. Underachievers Arsenal. No surprise, third round. Best match 4-4 Boreham Wood and Altrincham. I can't take a look at the result. So guys, I was wrong. I thought Barcelona would win it, but it looks like Lyon actually won it on penalties. Let's take a look at this result. This will be the last of the review. So Manchester United won both cup competitions. Liverpool won the Premier League and Lyon won the Champions League. Ronaldinho took the lead for them in the 8th minute. Juninho and Silvinho. Oh, this left back, he was pretty good, wasn't it? Squillaci was a centre back. Arsenal fans will remember Sebastian Squillaci. On a deal with Abidal, that was a good back heel. Henry, 2-1. Although that was 94th minute and then 94th minute. 3-2 actually, sorry. I think Lyon finished it off here. Bodmer. Oh, that was poor from Valdez. That was Valdez right there. So 3-3. What was it? 3-2? 3-2 there. This was 3-3 right here. Okay. So yeah, this game actually went to extra time. This was the penalty shoot. I need to make sure I don't butcher the result now. So yeah, 1-0, 1-1. Go through 2-1. Yeah, so 2-1. Milan Baros. Oh, okay. It was after 3 penalties each. It was 2-1 to Lyon. I'm trying to remember this now. So he makes it 2-2. Deco. 3-2, I think, to Lyon. 3-3. 4-3. 4-4. This feels like it's going to go on forever. 5-4. Yeah, that's it. They won the Champions League. But yeah, just a quick overview of the rest of the big leagues. Ligue 1. Lyon were the best team in France there by far. You can tell, look at that, 16 points clear. If I was to look at the La Liga, Spanish First Division, they're calling it here. Wow, 100 points. 100 points. They finished the league 23 points clear. So Lyon and Barcelona, no surprise. If you look at if you look at where they finished in the leagues, it's no surprise. It's no surprise. They've gone that far. Right, where are we now? We're looking for Serie A, aren't we? No, not Real Madrid. AC Milan, Serie A. Here we go. Inter won by 2 points. So more competitive league here. Fiorentina, Milan, Juventus fourth. Juventus were up and coming at the time. But that's that. And we just got the Bundesliga left to check. On the big leagues. Bundesliga, Bayern Munich have won it. Hold on a minute. Oh, I've not selected the Bundesliga. Have I not selected it? What's going on? Oh, it's a playoff, isn't it? Oh, okay. No, I'm looking at the league table. Sorry. Yeah, 13 points clear. So it's no surprise. I'm just really surprised Real Madrid were not a bit high in the Liga. But yeah, that's about it really. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, comment, whatever. Are you looking forward to FM26? I definitely am. I cannot wait. You know, the new match engine and everything. I'm not decided who I want to manage in there. Will it be one of the women's team? I don't think so. Not that I have anything against women's football. I'm just obviously more on the men's side, and the Premier League is going to be licensed in there, so I'm looking forward to that. And we'll see. Who knows who will I manage? I could be low league, could be the big leagues. I don't know. Maybe when these classic databases come out, I might try one of them. But let's see how it goes.